All right. So the first video I made in a while, this one is particularly about law of assumption and whether or not people believe in it. I guess I should say, if you do believe in it, this is for you. If you don't believe in it, that's fine. You probably won't be entertained by this at all. The videos I've been watching lately are mostly with Sammy Ingram. There was a couple others, but I kind of wanted to focus on Sammy for just this particular video. So Sammy Ingram has been on YouTube for well over 2 years now. She started off in paranormal activity and then gravitated towards, law of assumption. Over the years, her teachings have changed a little bit, and she's made it very clear that she wants people to do what works for them. If you go back to 2020, when I first came across Sammy, I found her to be, very refreshing. Her can-do attitude, I'm going to get it if I want it, period. And that's a mentality that is very easy for me to respect. The other thing I liked about Sammy is, she just doesn't really give a flying, you know what. She does what she wants. If you don't like it, move on. That's one of the most interesting things I found out. Like, people will go on a video or a channel and they'll trash talk the creator as if somehow, they know better than the person who, made the video. If you know better, then why are you even there? Why are you even commenting? Like, why do people have to throw shade? So, like, I've seen comments, people like talk trash about Sammy, but it's nonsense. It just shows the character they have. Um, but she's been a blessing. And even if you don't like her particular methods, there's other people out there who do a pretty good job too. I won't mention them in this one because this is not about the others. This is about Sammy. Sammy does have a Facebook group going strong. She does, have some rules in there about, not soliciting self promotion. Don't be DMing coaches or DMing other people unless, they agreed to do it, that sort of thing. So, that's a good place to start if you're interested in law of assumption or law of attraction. Now, it's just not really a law of attraction group, but that's where some people like myself, I started off with law of attraction and I felt like it wasn't quite working for me. Like, I listened to Abram Hicks. She's got quite a few videos out, although most of them seem to have come from people who've, been to events. So, and I'm not saying you can't follow Abram Hicks. It's up to you. It's your life. So, at the same time, it's like, just, go with whatever works. That's what Sammy says. If you don't like it, move on. Quit wasting people's time and trying to, discourage them from finding something that might actually be useful. It's because you don't find it useful doesn't mean somebody else might not find it useful. And that's, basically how it goes on Sammy's channel. She even tells you, if you don't like her, find somebody else. There's plenty of people out there. Nothing I ever say, and when I make these videos, is intended to be advice or manifestation, techniques or coaching of that matter. I'm not a coach at all. I could talk to people, I give them my opinion, my advice, but at the end of the day, when you find advice, you want to get it from people who've actually done it. Like, you wouldn't ask, Michael Jordan to teach you how to play golf. Yeah, he might be good at it, but that's not his thing. His thing is basketball. Or, you wouldn't ask a poor person how to make money. And we make that mistake all the time. We ask people, and our family or friends, who haven't necessarily been successful or achieved the level of status they wanted to achieve, as if they know how. I've done this. How many times? Countless times. And it's like, well, no wonder I'm not doing any better than they were because I'm taking advice from them. And I'm not saying like your friends and family are, dumb or, don't know what they're talking about. I'm just saying, like, you want advice from somebody who's really been there and done that. And after following Sammy, you could tell she's not only confident, but she's done it. I mean, I'm a little bit jealous of that Jeep she's got, for example. And there's also just the fact that, she's been persistent. I've read the Reddit comments about the inconsistency. I'm like, yeah, well, she's changed over the years. People need to change. You don't want to stay the same. If you're the same person today you were 2 years ago, you're not doing any better in life than you were 2 years ago. It's really hard to see results if you don't change what you're doing. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So, and that's very easy to see when you watch Sammy. She's gotten better at what she does. She knows what works for her, and she knows what doesn't work for her. So, keep at it. Don't give up. There's plenty of good coaches out there. She's got a team of coaches. Marcia Frame, Flossie, Nikki Simpson, Andrea. They're all good people. And regardless to what anybody says, you got to find out for yourself. And the worst thing you could do is just waste your time. There's plenty of free content, with Sammy, even in the Facebook group. And one of the things that I've noticed too is that people have a tendency to hop from group to group or channel to channel, and they get so desperate, like they just ask all these people the same question, and you're not going to get the exact same answer. I'm a follower of Dylan James also. I like Dylan James. He's made some great content. He's got some great videos, but he's not the same person as Sammy Ingram. What works for Dylan James might not work for Sammy Ingram, and vice versa. So it's kind of an experiment. What works for you, and that's just it. Like, I found it easier to manifest certain things over other things. And that's like a mental perspective. If you think that it's hard or unlikely, you're probably not going to get it. So, but yeah, I got a link down there for Sammy's Facebook page, and hopefully you can check it out. She's got a YouTube channel as well. She also has another one for paranormal activity. I haven't really looked into it. She's what she says she is, and if you don't believe it, well, that's on you. Anyway, thanks for checking in, and I'll talk